Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Koto Games Summoners Wars Pro in the Making. This time, we're going to be talking about the Decamaron. The Decamaron is the Dark Salamander. And I was reading at the skills of this guy because when you finish as a Conqueror level, you get a 2-star monster, a legendary 2-star monster every week. So this week we got the Dark Salamander. And I was looking at the skill of this guy, and it called my attention that when you awaken this guy, it gets a really nice skill, a really nice passive. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the skill and let's see what he's good for. First of all, the first skill will be Shadow Shock, that will attack the enemy and decrease the attack power for 2 turns with a 50% chance. And after you max up this skill, then that effect is going to be available with a 100% chance. So you need to build him with a little bit of accuracy. At least, let's say 25 to 30% accuracy if you're going to use him for PvE, right? So the next skill will be Dark Storm, and that skill will attack the enemy with a Gale of Darkness and will deal continuous damage for 3 turns. And this attack will deal more damage according to your defense. So you need to build him defense at the beginning of the game, or defense HP defense. I suggest you more defense HP defense. And this skill is available again after 3 turns, and when you max up this skill, then the skill will be available after 2 turns. So basically, you put the continuous damage on the boss. Remember, the continuous damage is going to be dealing 5% of the enemy's max HP. So basically, you put the continuous damage on the monster, on the boss, any of the bosses, and then that's gonna be dealing a total 15% of the enemy's max HP after 3 turns. And you are gonna have this available 2 turns, every 2 turns basically. And that's gonna be a lot of damage. You just need to stay alive. He's a defense type monster. You build him with defense, so that means that he's going to stay alive really easy. So just stay alive, apply the continuous damage, apply the attack break, and it's gonna be really easy to stay alive with him. So that's why he's really, really good at the beginner level for progression in the game. Now, the third skill is the one that caught my attention, and is the one that is Corrupt Armor. You only get this skill after you awaken him. To awaken him, it's really easy. You just need to have 20 low darkness essences. You need to have 10 low magic essences and 2 medium magic essences. It's really easy to awaken this guy. And the third skill will gain immunity against freeze and stun effects. So that means that you cannot be frozen and you cannot be stunned. And your attacks will deal additional damage proportionate to the target's max HP. And this includes bosses and anybody that has very high HP. So imagine this guy being a tank and dealing damage proportionate to the other monster's HP. He cannot be stunned, he cannot be frozen. It's really good for content to progress in the game. Now, I do not suggest you to 6-star this monster, because when you 6-star this monster, the base stats are really, really low. He only gets 7,000 HP, he only gets 450 attack, he only gets 560 defense, and it's not really something that you really want to work with. And when you awaken him, it's just 7.5 HP, 516 attack, and 626 defense. It's not that low, but it's really, really low when you come to end game play. So if you 6-star this guy, there's gonna be a time in which you're gonna just leave it in the storage. So I do not suggest you to 6-star this guy. But talking about the skill and being able to see what he can do, let's go ahead and talk about some strategies with him. For example, you can also use this guy for raids. If you put this guy, let's say for example, as a tank in the front line, he's gonna be decreasing the enemy's attack power. That is one of the fundamentals in the raids. And he's not gonna be stunned, so that means that he's going to be able to attack every turn. And when he attacks the boss, then he's going to be dealing damage proportionate to the boss max HP. So when you think about the skills and you are able to see what he can do, then you're gonna be building this guy for lower level raids, for any V10 level, and you're gonna be able to succeed in those levels. Now, as a 5-star, you just need to have at least 700 defense all around, all together, and at least 8,000 HP for giants. I did not max level my 5 stars Decamaron in this video because it was a waste of energy for me to do that. But you can see here, I just got the stats. I had a very nice rune set before the video, but it was not working. But after I changed the rune, I put him on defense, HP defense now, and he's able to do that because he has the stats that we need for the dungeons. Now, if you are already maxed this guy, you can go defense, with damage and defense, and he's gonna be dealing more damage to any of the enemies. And by putting the attack break on the giant and putting the continuous damage on the giant, you make sure that you are able to clear giants P10 really easy. And after you are able to clear giants P10, it's just a matter of time for you to be able to get runes and then rune your other monster, your other damage dealer monsters, and then you can jump into a quick speed team. Now in the arena, this guy is really not very good because it needs to be very conditional, the situation for you to use this guy into the arena. So basically the only thing that you can do with this guy is just build him, get him from secret dungeon on the dark day, and if you get this guy from a light and dark scroll, I'm sorry for your luck. But if you don't have him, you can hit this guy and 5-star this guy, get him on HP defense, any build, any rune sets. If you don't have any way to get the runes, just go into hide any ruins and get guard runes, and make sure that you have on a slot 2, 4, and 6 defense, HP defense. Just make him tanky, and remember, 700 defense will be more than enough for you to be able to clear giants P10 with him. The rest of the guys will be just to keep him alive while he does the dirty job. Right, you can see here he's just resisting any of the damage because Shannon is putting the defense on him, Bellevigne is healing, he's putting the attack break on the boss, and he's dealing damage proportionate to the boss max HP. As you can see here, he is the one that deals the most damage to the boss because of the passive, and he's not even 6-star. On the raids, really easy, just put the attack break, attack every turn, and he just needs to be there as a front line, so that way your guys on the back will not be killed. And as a 5-star, if you have 12 plus 12 runes, he's going to be able to stay on the front line really easy without no inconvenience. Right now, after this run, you can see it's really easy to beat the giant speed 10 with this guy. Then after this run, we're gonna see the runes that we have on him and the details of every of the monsters on this team that will be able to help you clear giant speed 10 really easy. And these are just farmable monsters. Now for this team, what do you need to have into consideration? Beramos is the cleanser, so you need to build Beramos really fast and preferable on violent anything, tanky and fast. Now this Beramos is on shield because I really like the shield for arena, because when I go into arena and there's a Bellevigne is going to be zizzing instead of defense breaking. In case that the Bellevigne is faster than my Beramos, then it's gonna be making the Zizz as the first move because they have the shield beneficial effect. For Shannon, remember, Despair is the best option to go. Make her a little bit tanky. Speed, HP. Remember, Shannon will apply the glancing hit with the first skill. That's going to be very, very helpful. Also, Shannon is going to be decreasing the attack speed. That's gonna make sure that they don't move before you do and that they get less turns. And Shannon will also increase the attack power and the defense of all of your monsters. Now, the next one will be Bellevigne. Bellevigne, I have him on Violent Revenge, speed, defense, HP, because I find that he's a little bit more tankier when he's on defense build, and I really like the defense build on him. Right? For Bernard, just try to make him as fast as possible. That's the only thing that you need to aim for in Bernard. Just make him as fast as possible. You don't need to 6-star Bernard for Giants B10. I just 6-star Bernard because I needed to be the front line of the Water Elemental Rift, and I'm getting double S rank with this guy. Alright, and here's Decamaron, the MVP of this video. As you can see here, he's just there. He just has the runes and he's just there. Defense on the slot 2, HP on slot 4 and defense again on slot 6. That's the only thing that you need to aim for. If you just need to get the stats, remember 700 defense all around and 8000 HP all around, and you will be able to work with this guy. For the rest of the guys, if you are not able to make it, just try to make the runes of all of the guys on the team at least to plus 12. For any of the guys in the team, remember Shannon get at least 12,000 HP if you're a beginner. And remember, for any of the guys on this team, just try to make them tanky and try to make them fast. And for this one that is a defense monster, just leave him in there. Alright, thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe, and you have a great day.